Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. I think I am live. Yep, I can hear them.
You can. You make a closed door.
Yeah.
Be right back.
Are we live? I don't know. It says that we're live. Hello. There we go. How is everybody doing today? Thank you so much for being here. It is amazing to be able to do another live with you guys, with the family. It has been what do you call that? An amazing week. The energies have just been off the hook. We could feel that there is a big energy shift, especially with ourselves. So I did get a card reading just now. I pulled out some cards, and what it says is that the Nautilus Princess, with the powerful personal growth. Right now we're going through a really big time of a powerful personal growth, and we need to stand strong in ourselves, which is why the name of this live today is Power Comes from Within. The power that you have always comes from within. And we need to believe in the strange encounters, meaning we need to believe in the energy flow that's coming into our experience to guide us into the next dimensional shift that is coming through. So the new earth energies are coming in, and it's causing us to awaken in ways that is changing not only our perspectives of where we're going, but our standing of who we are, is what I'm feeling. Now, this is a card reading for everybody. I didn't pull this out for a specific person. So the card Justice is all about the law, cause and effect, clarity, and truth. That's what we're looking for, is truth. And within truth, where do we find truth? The authenticity of ourselves, the authenticity of others. The authenticity is where you're going to find the absolute truth and clarity of what you truly need for yourself. But with these energies, we're feeling trapped, isolated, victimized, and sometimes hopeless from the Eight of Swords. So that's what's coming in with a lot of the energies, and we need to shift ourselves out of it by knowing that we are making that choice to feel trapped. We are making that choice to feel isolated, victimized, and helpless because we don't know what to do with these energies. So, by standing in the power of yourself and confessing to yourself with the Seven of Swords, which is upside down, saying confession, caught red-handed, conscience, and ignoring the warnings. All of these energies of feeling trapped, isolated, victimized, and helpless, yes, it's choice, but it's also a warning sign. And if you're not listening to those warning signs, you're not listening to what the energy is trying to get you to do. For instance, Candi just came across a TikTok of this girl that was talking about the 7 stages of manifestation. And the one thing that I was able to pull out of that really stood out to me, that the stars were showing me that the way that I was manifesting was it was right on point, but it was wrong at the same time. Meaning, I wasn't being specific, 100% specific. And that's what we need to do with the manifestation, which is why I went through the cancer journey. I manifested it because I wanted something new in my life. I needed a different way of being with myself, and that's what was manifested, is that cancer. Now, what she said is that when you're manifesting, you need to be 100% specific, meaning that when you manifest something, you need to say this before you go into the manifestation of the affirmation. With harm to none, I am open and ready to receive
Blank.
a new blank.
With harm to none.
With harm to none, meaning no harm to thyself, no harm to others. That is what's needed, and that's the thing that I've been missing personally with my manifestation is I haven't been saying with harm to none. Because when you are manifesting something and you're not being 100% specific with it, guess what? It could harm another person, because if you're trying to manifest money or a car or something like that, let's say the car, like what she was saying, you get into a car accident because you want a new car, and you're manifesting a new car, and you don't say with harm to none. You get into a car accident, you break both of your legs, and then suddenly the insurance is like, here's money, you can go get yourself your dream car that you've been looking for. Well, you can't drive it because you got 2 broken legs, right? So if you say with harm to none, you're not going to harm yourself or others. It's just going to come to you however it is, freely.
So, let's talk a little bit about warning signs. May I use your situation as an example?
Oh dear. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So, we had gone to Costco, and you know, there's just people in a rush, and some of them cut Kidd off, and he got a little perturbed, then I had said something, and instead of taking it the way it was meant, he took it in a way that said I had offended him. And so he snapped at me. Just a little snap. And then it happened.
It was a nibble.
And then it happened a second time. And I said, are you aware of what's happening? Do you not see that you are feeling like I've offended you? And when does that ever happen? Don't you see the warning signs? Don't you see the signs that are happening that are making you feel ill towards me or anyone else? Why are you not observing that? And boy, he took that right to heart and made a shift very, very quickly. But this is what we mean by look for the warning signs. You should be able to see that within yourself. If you're irritated with someone, if you snap at someone, if you feel hurt, if you feel offended, if you feel like you're not being loved, those are all warning signs. Okay, so moving on. With harm to none, there is a statement that is dear and true to my heart. And my team keeps repeating it to me because of how important it is. You know how we're figuring something out? Well, if we do that, then this will happen. If I do it like this, then I will get this result, right? That's conjecture. When we are thinking about why someone did what they did, why they said what they said, and that is conjecture, and conjecture should never be spoken out loud. You keep it within yourself, you keep it to yourself, because we want no harm to none. And sometimes as we're working through things, a couple things happen. One, we realize, man, we were off base. Just like Kidd thought I offended him. Well, many times we think someone offended us, but did we see the warning sign within ourselves? Because remember, everything is always about us. It's not about the other person. So what if the other person was actually being a reflection? Okay.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, enough said. With harm to none.
With harm to none. I am open and ready to receive a new blank. A new car. A new house.
More money.
More money.
Love in my life.
A new source of income.
A new friend. Doggone it for all you single gals. I'm ready for a husband.
Oh, and as promised, I have the other essential oils. So for those that didn't get it last time, this is the essential oils for dogs. That is safe to use internally, externally, and around the house. And then you have the cautious oil for dogs. Now these can be used around the house, but not on the dog or external. Now remember, all of this is what I have studied. I'm not a doctor, I'm not a lawyer, I'm not a financial advisor or anything like that. This is just what I have seen online, so be sure to do your own research upon these. Now these are not safe for dogs. And then for the cats, I finally got the cats done. Now, I said last week that the list for the cats is much less. So I was able to fit it on one with the ones that are good for cats, internal, external, and around the house, and the cautious for cats. There's only two, neem and vetiver. Can you guys see that? It's not.
Go up. Oh, you can't really go up.
No, you can't. And then these are the ones, all others are basically unsafe for cats. Hi.
So do we want to talk about our collective tuning,
Yeah.
meeting out in the energetic field, and the results of our test?
Yeah, go ahead.
So we're going to be starting what's called the collective tuning, and that is meeting your consciousness out in the energetic field, and we bring you into a safe space and do as our team and your team show us that needs to be done. So that could be repairing your aura, subaura, and hyperauric fields. It could be clearing. It could be
aligning the golden strands, getting your chakra points completely aligned with each other again.
Bringing peacefulness.
And getting rid of a lot of different attachments throughout the week. And we do this on a weekly basis. So basically we send out a text, and it could be during the day or it could be at night, depending upon
When we feel called.
when we feel called to do it. But it will be no more than a week. We'll do it every week. Now, what was I going to say? So we'll send out a text, whether you're busy or you're asleep or you're resting or you're just out and about doing something, your soul will receive this healing.
So why during the day versus at night? Because sometimes when you are in the astral planes, traveling around, then work needs to be done to protect, to clear, to make sure that you come back safe without attachments. And Kidd and I will be shown what needs to be done for that. So what we're asking for is a monthly love gift of $24 to be a part of this. And what we want you to do is, if you're interested, let us know, so we can get this all set up and get it going. We've already got 2 people who signed up already. Yeah, so we're excited.
Now, you wanted to talk about the results? We've had some amazing results with everyone that has done it. So we've had people that actually has been energized, that has had a great week because of the energetic pool of being cleared.
There was one who has been in bed for weeks, and this cleared and brought the inspiration to get out of bed and start living life again. That was really exciting for me. I loved hearing that. Because being depressed in bed, man, that can just suck the life out of you. And definitely. Everyone else around you, right? I mean, because it's like, oh, gloomy.
Oh, gloomy.
Yeah.
Gloom and doom.
And then, like one other person said there were fights going on in the family, and that diminished a lot. So that was very exciting. It's always neat, and it just pumps me up when I hear that there is more peace between couples. Or, family. Yeah, absolutely. But
because family doesn't have to be blood family. It could be just other people that are family. Like all of us. We're all family.
So there were better days at work. There were better days at home. There were more restful, sleepy nights. Generally, everyone who participated in our test program loved it and saw the value of it. So we just wanted to share that with you.
Yeah.
All right. We got card readings.
We do. So who would like a card reading? Let me know in the chat. And as we wait for names, what was it that we wanted?
There has been some funny shit that Kidd and I have been experiencing, and we can't remember any of it to tell you guys. And I remember we were driving, I'm like, oh, that's what we should have said on our live. And I completely forgot, and I should have written it down or texted myself, and I didn't.
Well, remember, I've always told you need to carry a booby pad with you. Those small little notepads you just stick in your bra.
I carried this with me, and I still didn't type it to myself.
It's called the booby pad. It's not a phone pad, it's a booby pad.
So, okay. So you guys remember the famous black bag story?
Okay.
That recently came to me, and so I posted it. Who remembers the black bag story?
If you
no
know,
one forgot it.
If you know, you know.
You know.
Vila would like one.
Okay.
So I'll start off with her.
How you doing, Vilu? Stacy. Hi, Stacy.
Hi, Stacy. Hi, Victoria. I'm sorry that you have to go and just catch the replay, but I'll do a card reading I'll put you on the list for a card reading as well. So when you rewatch this, you'll have a reading done.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
I'm glad you thought of that.
Hope everything goes well with the eye doctor.
Oh, let me let.
So just a reminder, remember that love is not the highest vibration. It is a vibration that you step through, not into, because when you step through it, you're not stepping out of it. You're stepping through it to envelop you with the love to go into the highest vibration, which is the authenticity. It has been scientifically proven that authenticity vibrates higher than love, and somebody in the chat actually said that it vibrates 4 times higher than love does. And I totally agree with that, because when you're authentic with yourself and you're authentic with others, it brings people to a place of alignment. And it also helps you to be in that same alignment as well. So, Vilu, let's see what we got for you.
Okay.
I don't know why, but every time I do a card reading with you, it's all about the business opportunity. So you got the Pinnacles. The Ace of Pentacles is all about the business opportunity. So the business opportunity, money is coming, new abundance and stability. So basically this is a reading for you to just stay on point, because you're walking down the right path. I believe that's what you're looking for, is confirmation. Well, this is the confirmation that you need. Everything that you're going through right now will be resolved. You got the resolve card. Now, everything that you're going through, every type of trial and tribulation that you're walking through at this moment will be resolved. You just have to stand in that superhero that you are, using your own power within. Remember, the power is always within you. So, stop seeing your business as a requited love. Meaning, stop attaching to it from a distance. You need to be closer to your desire. For instance, that manifestation, in the beginning we talked about the manifestation, right? Well, with harm to none, I am open and ready to receive. Now, you could just leave it like that, but receive what you need with the business. Now, keep in mind that if you stay on the path with the requited love, you will have a loss of opportunity, scarcity, and you'll also have a sense of insecurities that will be coming up. So when you start having those insecurities, the insecurities and scarcity, and you feel like that you're having a loss of opportunity, that right there is basically a warning sign that you're walking down the path that you shouldn't be. So right now, forget who you are. Conditioning. There you go. Oh, conditioning falls away. Memory no longer defines you. So the old memory of what you used to do needs to just fall away. Let that go, because it no longer serves you. But I Am Callie card says, from death comes rebirth. So every time that you feel like that you're having a loss of opportunity, it just means that something better is going to be coming into your experience. Remember, the requited love is not needed at this moment. Requited love is loving something from afar. Don't stop loving your business from afar, but get closer to it.
Snuggle up, babe.
Snuggle up, honey. It's going to be a bumpy ride. So, the very last card that you got was the beginnings card. Adjustment, shedding, and new release. So, adjust yourself because you're shedding. So, just allow that new release to happen. And everything is going to work out just fine.
Just fine. Yeah, always does.
All right, so we have Stacy next, right?
Stacy Willis.
What do you mean, Willis?
What do you mean, Willis?
What do you mean, Willis?
Oh.
So we've started this up again, and are giving it to our animals, and they absolutely love it. If you have any questions or would like to give it a try, reach out.
Reach out.
Reach out.
Reach out. So, Stacy, what do we have for you today? I don't think I've read you in a while. Yeah, it's been a while.
Oh, do you? It is pretty funny. I see that scene in my head like it's burned into my brain or something. What you want, Willis? What you mean, Willis?
I kind of feel, Stacy, that your energy is kind of like a hairball. You are just tangled up in a lot of energy, and you're trying to find that string of truth. And what is happening is that you are just kind of like you're having a snowball effect with the hairball. The more that you start moving, the more you start being tangled up is what I'm feeling. And the reason why I say that is because you got the hairball for one, but you have the High Priestess card. The High Priestess is all about the intuitiveness, the subconscious, the inner voice, and the third eye. So you need to start seeing what you're going through with your third eye, not your physical eye. You need to see more things with your spiritual sense of self instead of your physical sense of self, and start adding your mental aptitude as well, because your mental aptitude is what's going to protect you through this spiritual enlightenment. So the truth will always reveal itself no matter what. Anybody?
The truth is the same thing as saying recognize the signs.
Exactly.
Because signs are truth and signs are warnings.
A moment's regret card is saying nostalgia, idolizing the past, fearing you've made a mistake. Ooh. So, one, you have never made a mistake and you never will. What you're doing is that you're charting a different path. When it feels like a mistake, it's not a mistake. That's just the programming that was programmed into us from our friends, family, school, churches, everywhere that's external of you, no matter who, what, or where it comes from. So idolizing the past is the same thing as idolizing an idol or a pop star or a singer or a movie producer or whatever. You get what I'm saying. So right now, that moment's regret, you need to let that go and look at it with your third eye and talk to your subconscious, because your subconscious is reaching out to you, trying to give you a better understanding of where you are, and the visca? Don't ask me. Viscous.
This is entertaining.
The divine feminine and birthing fertility. Right now, you are going to be birthing a new ideology with yourself, and what that is going to look like, I do not know. But you are going to have that nostalgia feeling. But you're also going to have a lot of fear that's going to be coming up. Reason being is because it's something new. So what you need to do is have that fairy of divine hand, which is letting go of that toxic traits of everyone that is around you, everything that's around you. So basically stand in your own self and stop seeing the distorted view of the overindulgence of energies, but find that truth within it and have that intuitive sight of your third eye. You notice how I keep saying your third eye over and over again, right? It's very important that you start... I don't know if your father is still alive, or if you have a father figure within your experience, but you have that father card, meaning that this is a male energy coming in, letting you know you need to tap more into your female energy of, what do you call that? Creation? manifestation, and attraction. What are you getting?
Well, the fact that this eye is on the hand as well, that tells me that what she does with her hands is absolutely vital. Her hands are part of her sight. When we heal, so let's take a healer, for instance. They work with their hands. I work with my hands. My hands are vital to my direction, to my purpose, to my love.
Mm-hmm.
You take someone who just loves their children, the hands are very important in conveying. We can go like this, or we can go like this.
Mm-hmm.
The hands are very important. So whatever it is, that is your purpose in life. Then, well, she's a healer.
Mm-hmm.
Then your hands have sight. And Kidd was telling me the other day that, what was it that you said something was smelling? Did you say it was the hands that was seeing or smelling? You used one of the 5 senses for something, a different part of the body. You said, do you see how that works?
Mm-mm. I don't remember.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
No, that must have been the stars then. You said they said what they needed to be said, and we moved on.
Yeah, I don't remember that, but I do remember talking about how when you're doing energy work with your hands, the palm of your hands is the part where you do massive healing on a broader spectrum, when the fingertips are more like precision. So if you want to do like healing around the body, you use your palm. Mm-hmm. But if you want to do a specific point, you use your fingers.
Mm. I remember
like
you teaching me that years ago.
Type thing. It's more precise through the fingertips. You never use both at the same time. It's either one or the other. Broad spectrum, single points. Mm. Kind of like needles coming out of your hands. You're just like... So we have Phil Potter that wants reading,
yes.
And then Jane Janice on Facebook.
Got them both, and I also got Victoria. Are we done with Stacy?
Yes.
So Stacy says, I feel energies. She's an empath. She lays hands on a few, and she's a healer. And she sees a lot in the spirit.
Awesome. But yes, we have 18 different senses. 6 senses of the physical, 6 senses of the mental, and 6 senses of the spiritual. So by tapping into all 18 senses, if you notice, 18, 1 plus 8 equals 9, which is the creation, 3 the Trinity, 6 the power, 9 the creation, 12 the universal flow. So by tapping into all 18 senses, it allows you to be able to do a deeper healing, deeper cleaning with what you need with your energies. All right, so Victoria's next. Let's see what we have for Victoria.
Yeah. So when you're watching the replay, baby, this is you.
All right, so it kind of feels like... Wait. She's on the recovery. That's what I'm getting, is that she's finally on the recovery path. Everything is starting to get into alignment with her physical healing.
That's good.
So
It has been beautiful for us to be a part of that, for healing.
Is that vegans or vegans?
Vegans. Let's call it vegans, though. That should be interesting.
So,
Vegan 1, vegan 2, vegan 3.
it's the vegans. The people that don't eat meat are talking to you now. The vegans, I'm going to personally call them vegans. As you guys can see why I say vegans. So, Victoria, this is for you. The vegans are saying solitude and independent peace. So right now you need to have more of that independent peace with your mental fortitude at this moment. Go with how you feel led at this moment the most, with what you need with your physical healing. Everything is going to be working out for you because you did get the 9 of Wands upside down. What this says is recovery, no fight left, stalemate, and retreat. But the recovery is what I'm going to be focusing upon right now, is that everything is going to be working out with you with your physical health. Everything is going to start recovering now. Just remember to be true to yourself from the grumpy red fairy. Be true to yourself. Be true with what you know, what your body needs for that healing. Uncertainty card is all about the choose who you will become. Choose how you will be healed. Is what I'm thinking, what you need for that manifestation. Now remember, when you use the manifestation affirmations, with harm to none, I am open and ready to receive the new found way of healing. With harm to none, I am open and ready to receive blank. With harm to none. Always remember to say that. Now, you did get the Asia card, and what I'm feeling with this is the Eastern medicine, right? The Eastern medicines, not the Western medicines. The Western medicine's all about our doctors, right? Mm-hmm. The Eastern medicine's all about the herbologies, herbals.
Yeah, there's Eastern and Ayurvedic. Ayurvedic is Indian, and Eastern is Chinese.
Well, that's what I'm kind of feeling with the Asia card, because this is all about her healing at this moment.
Well, Eastern medicine is beautiful, and there's beauty in all of it.
Oh, what I'm getting from the vegans is that the solitude is not for you to go into solitude, but if you get the feeling of solitude from anyone, that is a warning sign for you to not follow that path. That is one of the warning signs that they are going to be giving you every time that you get information, every time somebody, what do you call that? Suggests something, and you feel like that you are creeping backwards, like you're wanting to hide. That right there is a warning sign. Start protecting yourself. Protect yourself from all those energies, and start seeing yourself as a magnanimous me, as you are in full perfection. I am fully healed. With harm to none, I am fully healed. That's a good way of saying it. With harm to none, I am fully healed. Because you're not hurting anybody else to get you to where you need to be. Mm-hmm. Because no matter what, anything can hurt somebody else without us even knowing that it's hurting them.
Yeah, remember in the movie Jupiter Ascending, we were just talking about that. They would harvest planets so that they could have timeless life. Mm-hmm. And
okay, sorry.
And it took how many people for every bottle? 100 people, I think so.
I don't know, but to go based off of what I read the other day, it takes 100 children to make 1 liter. of the A. Mm-hmm. White rabbit. That stuff. If you know, you know. But it takes 100 children for that through electrocution. Yeah. So imagine adults. That would probably make what? 2 liters?
I just can't even imagine.
I don't know. What was I going to say? I was going to say something. Oh, yes. In the beginning, I said that with my manifestation, it led me down to the cancer path, right? Well, that's because I didn't say with harm to none. So that's why it's very important. If you are manifesting healing, if you are manifesting anything, literally anything, because when you say with harm to none, that is literally none. You or anybody. So with harm to none, I am fully healed. With harm to none, I have a new house. With harm to none, I have a new car. With harm to none, so on and so forth. There you go.
Did you guys get that? With harm to none. Just wanted to make sure you got that.
It's very important. So, Phil. Stagnation. Smothering. There's a little bit of spiteful energy coming in.
Wait a minute. I feel like a chair coming on. Ready? Give me a P, give me an H, give me an I, give me an L. Phil! Okay. He's ready now. He's ready. You ready, right, Phil?
So what I'm feeling right now, Phil, is that you've been grounding a lot. You've been doing a lot of clearings. But there seems to be a lot, you've been attracting a lot of different beings into your experience. And the reason why I say that is because out trick-or-treating, we are here.
So he's walking into their domain, and they're like, wait, ooh, a fresh one.
We are no longer those weaklings that we have been, what do you call that? That we have been told that we are. We are stronger now, which means that when you go out and you're not protected and you're not invisible to all those that are there to do you harm, well, you become the invader. You're the one that's invading them. They're no longer invading you. Because of how high of a vibration that you are, they can't see you until you go into their domain, which means that you need to have more protection at this moment because they are attaching to you non-stop. So, every time you walk out that door, shield up. Every time you go to work, shield up. Every time you pick up your kids, shield up. You need to start doing that for every day, all day, for at least 2 weeks. At least. Because it took me 2 weeks for the shushing to actually take effect with clearing my mind. So, you need to do the same thing, but with this shield up, so your mind can start doing it automatically, and your subconscious, conscious, and unconscious awareness is doing it for you from here on out. So what's coming in right now is the Queen of Cups upside down, saying selfish, overly sensitive, smothering, and spiteful. Like I said in the beginning, a little bit of the spiteful energy is coming into your experience with some selfishness, but there's also your feeling of oversensitivity. Meaning that it's because of the energy shift that has happened ever since the eclipse, every single one of us has become overly sensitive because we are walking into an unknown energy that is kind of like spiky because it's a higher vibration than what we're used to. That's why it's so called oversensitive. So when something kind of irks you when it used to not irk you, well, you're overly sensitive because it is a higher vibrating frequency now. So you need to open up all your presents and just realize that whatever's in front of you is going to be there. You just have to grow with the times. Now, keep on going because you got the winter card, meaning that this winter card is all about basically freezing in place. So when somebody sees something that they're afraid of, they tend to freeze in place, right? Well, that's what I'm kind of
Deer
feeling.
in the headlight.
That's kind of like what I'm feeling with your situations at this moment. That when something pops up, you're frozen in spot. So let's see what the other beings have to say. The pentagram, harmony, protection, another protection card, and idealism. What do you get with that?
Oh, what a web. Okay, so.
You're short-tempered for sure.
So this card has webbing all over it. And what I would say to you is use the webbing. Don't permit others to use the webbing on you. That's what I would say.
So for the last card, such a curious dream. Grounding, return to reality, or returning to reality, and coming home. Now, for some reason, when I saw the coming home, there's something that I don't know. There was a phrase that popped into my mind and then it just disappeared. I know that a lot of us are going through that energy shift where we're not remembering much and it comes into the mind and just quickly leaves. So I do not know what I'm getting with this card. What are you getting with this card? The coming home, return to reality, and the grounding. Because I don't sense that he is out loofing around in the spiritual reality. He's more stable than that. But there is something that is probably aloofing around him.
So you don't think this is for him specifically, but to be aware of what's happening around him. But that was your whole message. That he's walking into
a room of helium. He's just going to float off into the others.
Use your webbing. Stay grounded.
Hi, Tina.
Um,
Maybe that's what he needs to be, is more aloof.
More aloof to what?
Kind of like what I was going through at Costco when everybody was cutting me off and you saw that, just that quick twinge of annoyance, but I quickly smiled, changed my temperament, and laughed with them and joked with them.
So you guys, you have to know this. We're going through Walmart. We're doing Instacart,
No,
right?
I'm sorry, not Walmart.
I didn't know.
We hate Walmart.
Costco, I'm sorry. We were doing Instacart. And some lady decides to just cut right in front of him, and he's going to take this great big cart, and all it's asked to stop. And he goes, "What are you doing? There are other people shopping here." And I'm just like, walk on by.
Oh, you're talking about that one lady that cut me off when we were going to the front, yeah.
Oh, yeah, she was on her phone, right? Oh, my gosh, that just made you so mad. Well, she turned around and gave him a bit of lip back.
Well, she didn't look at me the way that she did, like
did.
it was my fault. when she was going this way and I was going this way, and then she just suddenly turned right in front of me.
Yeah,
I would have
yeah.
just let it go if she did not look at me, but she looked at me like, like what, bitch?
So we talked about this, and it's really come into his heart that we're there to serve, even though we're working, and we appreciate when people stay out of our way. We're there to serve, and serving means that you're always paying attention to someone else. And so there's been a couple of elderly people who have walked in front of him, stopped and apologized, and he just, gets that flare real quick and then disappears, and he's like, says something funny, makes their day. And then they walk off and smile and laugh, and I'm watching the whole thing because I'm usually toting right behind him, and it's been absolutely beautiful. Okay, so so back to
So get to your point.
I forgot now. Don't you guys want to be in Ascension like me? What were you going to cook for dinner? I don't know, honey.
Let's have hot dogs. Wait, hot what? You're listening to half of what I say. Well, maybe if you were only speaking half of what you say, I might understand.
Oh my God.
Hi. But yes, that. It's probably that you need to be more aloof with the rough energies that are coming in. Is probably what that meant. So, be more happy. Feeling glad you got sunshine.
In a bag.
I'm useless.
But not for long. But not for long.
I get it. Okay.
Oh, what's the next one?
Who's next? Jane Janice.
Wait, did we finish Phil?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Phil, you're so fine. You're so fine. You blow my mind. Okay, Jane Janice.
Jane Janice.
And then we have Diane after that. Oh, so it's good to be back with you guys. So good.
Right? Jane? That's weird. Okay. You got a coming together card, and then you have an exile card. Let's see what those have to say. Interesting. So, it kind of looks like that you're going to have a family encounter, Jane, or an encounter with a being, because it says with this one, the Ten of Cups, it's all about happy family, reunion, happy endings, and marriage, right? Well, the happy family and reunion is what stands out to me the most with that card. But there's also the exile. Says exile at the bottom. Can't really see it, but exile. So it kind of feels like that you're going to have somebody coming into your experience, having that reunion with that person that you've probably already met before, or a family member. And I don't know what the exile means. What are you getting with the exile?
For Jane?
Because I know that she's most likely going to, or has already had the reunion, or is going to have the reunion. I don't know if it's with the family member, or kind of feeling like it's somebody close.
With the exile? Or
The happy family reunion, I'm talking about those two right now. The happy family reunion, she already has, or she's going to have a reunion with either a family member or a friend that she's really close to. Now, I don't know what the exile means. Is that
The
she's
ending?
going to be
The ending of an exile, the ending of a separation.
That makes sense. Okay.
Separatism. Mm-hmm.
So there was a saying on A Discovery of Witches, separatism cannot be reformed. It has to be abolished. Meaning that's most likely what the exile is talking about, is that you need to exile that separatism from your life and allow those new happy reunions, happy families to come back into your experience. Now remember, when you are manifesting that, you need to say those words, with harm to none, because you don't want to harm yourself and you don't want to harm others. It's always bringing yourself to that inner and understanding that you have that power to create what you truly desire within your experience. Now, the F word basically is saying, don't give a flying flip. Don't allow those energies to come in to abolish what you know is what you need to do for yourself. You got Mend a Broken Heart Fairy, meaning healing from heartache. So by exiling that separatism and bringing that community back into who you are, allow the heartache to be healed with harm to none. Be that leader that you are, Dame. I don't know. You do know that you are that leader, but you need to start stepping up more, because there are a lot of people that are watching you. Even if you're silent, or even if you do socialize a lot, it doesn't matter. You need to be the leader of what you're doing at this moment. Show others how it's done. You can help others just by doing what you're doing, but standing strong in the leadership of you. Now, your guides. You got the Flower of Life, inspiration, awe, and dreams. So what your guides are saying is that...
I'm sorry. I keep getting in your way. I'm trying to do business here. Do you mind?
Let me just... I'm trying to read my card here. Be the inspiration that you know that you need to be, but also stand in the awe of the power that you have to allow your dreams to fully manifest. Remember, with harm to none, I manifest my dreams. Yeah. So, allow yourself to be energized with the power within to allow the new beginnings to happen. And every time that you start feeling orphaned, secluded, or feeling like that you are isolated, well, you need, that right there is your warning sign to take a step back and observe and stand in the authenticity of knowing that you are always on the right path.
Yes, and remember, observing, not attaching. So, what is it? I mean, how it feels to me, if there is more than an observation, is I start to feel a shift in my emotions. Like getting agitated, irritated, angry. Those are warning signs that you have done more than just observed a situation. Now you are making yourself a part of it. And we don't want that. Damn it. Leave garbage where garbage lays. Don't take the garbage. Because most of the stuff out there, man, you know?
Leave the cards where they lie. Don't touch.
So Diane, one of our moderators, she cannot be seen on YouTube. Now I know she goes on other shows and she talks on many people's shows, not just ours. And so I'm wondering if maybe she was
Shadow
banned. No matter what I do, I checked my block list. She's not there. And she wants so much to be able to talk with you guys and talk with us in the chat, and we just can't see her. If you have any ideas on how we could shift this, and maybe Diane, do you have another YouTube account that's not shadow banned that you could pop onto? But if you do, don't be very careful what you say so you don't get shadow banned.
With harm to none, I unblock my YouTube. I'm really loving that with harm to none.
I am too. Yes.
I think that's what I'm going to be saying for a while, so I can get that into my
Your whole soul.
My manifesting block. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So my subconscious, my conscious, my inner conscious, and my unconscious awareness automatically says it for me.
So, with harm to none and leave the trash where it lays is another one that just came out today. I love it.
With harm to none, leave the trash.
Leave the trash where it lays. We don't want your trash.
Okay. All right. So Diane's next, right?
Yeah, Diane's next. Diane, you're next. Another YouTube account would be like one called Stormy and the other one called Diane. So if you have like a couple YouTubes that with different names, that's a different account. You are welcome. So, I gave a couple of you some wrenches because we need people to help observe our chat. If anyone else wants to help, let me know. And I'd be happy to make you a moderator too.
So that's really a great phrase for everyone to use. I exile the separatism out of my life.
Let me write that down. I exile the separatism. Oh, separatism is such a bad word.
Yep.
Exile the separatism out of my life?
Out of my life. Because separatism cannot be reformed. It has to be abolished.
It has to be abolished.
Has to be.
Yeah.
Because there's no way that any of us can receive or give help if there is any form whatsoever of separatism.
Well, thank you, Tanika. I gave you a wrench.
Hi, Tanika.
Yeah.
Hi, Carrie.
If you see anyone coming on that's not being nice, just throw your wrench at them.
With harm to none, we do not attract those.
Right. Wait, did it work? How come?
All right. So, Diane, what I have for you is the Ace of Pentacles. Business opportunity, money is coming, new abundance and stability is coming within your life. Now, what I'm getting the most out of this for you is the stability. You need to be more stable with yourself because right now you are desiring a simplistic life because you got the farm. The farm card is all about the simplicity of life, of wanting that simplistic energy to come into your experience.
Oh my gosh, with everything that Diana's going through, simplistic would be a very big, huge thing.
Yes.
Yes, you would love that.
So you got the Curiouser and Curiouser card from Alice in Wonderland. And this one's all about discovery, inquiry, and weirdness and curiosity. So that is a lot of the energies that are coming into your experience, but Now it's time to add with harm to none while you're manifesting, because with harm to none it's going to help you to not harm yourself and not harm others as you are manifesting what you truly desire within your experience. And you have to go into the remembrance of who you are. Remembrance that you are powerful, that the power is within you, and you just need to tap into that at this moment. The Marie Masquerade is saying glamour, intrigue, and drama. Drop the drama. And you need to really just drop the drama. Meaning that whenever drama comes into your experience, this is what I'm starting to say every time that I'm talking to somebody and my anger arises. I cancel all soul contracts. Because when you're speaking to somebody and an emotion arises, guess what? You're giving birth to an emotion, which means that you're creating a contract with a soul, because your emotion can turn into a soul fragment. You're giving your soul fragment away because you're using your emotion, you're attaching to it. So I cancel all soul contracts. When you cancel all soul contracts, you're keeping your soul fragment. Remember our sessions. We've always looked for soul fragments. That's where the soul fragments goes, is when you are using your emotion to attach to a situation with somebody, you're giving them your soul fragments. And then you have to come to somebody like Candi and I to go look for those soul fragments because you gave those soul fragments away. So, during that conversation, when you start attaching to it with people, you need to start saying, I cancel all soul contracts. And if you can't say it verbally, say it within your mind's eye. Say it within your mind. I cancel all soul contracts. Because then you're keeping your soul fragment. And this goes for everybody. I cancel all soul contracts. And that is what's going to help you walk down the smooth and easy path, because you're not allowing your soul fragments to be distributed across the world, but you're keeping it within yourself where you need to be. Oh, YouTube kicked me off, so I had to log back in, Tanika said. They've been doing that to us too. So have more glamour within your energetic field. And what would you say the intrigue is? Just skip it? Intrigue.
Why skip it?
Well, what do you have to say with that?
Glamour, intrigue, and drama. Okay, so the name has everything to do with it. The Masquerade. Maria the Masquerade. So,
Drop the mask. Sorry, go ahead.
Diane, be aware of anyone wearing a masquerade mask. And trust me when I say that people are oh so good. Oh, you know what? You know this. People are good at hiding those masks, man. They know how to manipulate a conversation. They know how to manipulate the situation, and be aware of it. Yeah, that's what I would say.
Awesome. Glamour, intrigue, and drama. The Maria, the Masquerade. So the Andromedans are coming in saying autonomy, free will, and manifestation. So remember with the manifestation, with harm to none. With harm to none, I am open and ready to receive. With harm to none, I am open, ready to receive. So your free will, nothing should impede upon your free will, and that goes for everybody else as well. Stop allowing the energies to overcome your free will of choice.
I am open and what to receive?
I am open and ready to receive.
Open and ready
Woo.
to receive.
All right, so who's next?
That's it.
That's it? No more?
We didn't have anyone else who asked for one.
So,
Hey, Carl.
just keep in mind and remember that I cancel all soul contracts when you start having the emotional attachment to any type of conversation
Oh,
with
you're not
somebody else. Huh?
You're not done.
Oh, okay.
Tina just raised her hand.
I cancel all soul contracts. When you feel like that you are attaching to a situation or attaching to a person, you're creating a soul contract. So I cancel all soul contracts. And you know what? That has actually been helping a lot. Remember that story that Candy just said about me going off on that lady? Well, that was before I started saying I cancel all soul contracts. And then after I started saying that, and after that situation, I started joking with the people. I'm feeling a whole lot better with people. I am going with the flow of things now instead of attaching with them. And I'm actually seeing the world. I saw the world in a 2D form, kind of like if you guys don't know of Paper Mario, but look it up, you'll see how you could see him, and then he turns like this, and he looks like a
Flat.
piece of paper.
Right? Cardboard
That's
cutout.
how I was seeing everything while I was driving. And now, after that, I started seeing the lines of the grid lines of the universe.
So can you guys share and invite people to the live?
Oh.
Thank you. So we have two people, Tina and Melody. Hang on.
Tina.
Mayhem and says, help, just found out mom has cancer. We will learn more in stage tomorrow. Kid, do you see something, anything? Okay, I'll put her on the list. Mayhem. So we did, for his cancer, we did all the juicing. For the life of me, I can't remember the names. But we did all the vegetable and fruit juicing. And we ended up having to do the chemo anyways. And they said the type of chemo he had, the people tolerate it very well. And we didn't understand at that time why going completely natural and detoxing his body wasn't working. And then we realized that all of that juicing was preparing his body for the chemo that was necessary. And so he stayed healthy and strong through it all, didn't you? Mm-hmm. It was incredible. So there are many different ways of doing it. I wish I could remember that guy's name. Something Tippins. He used, what's that called? Anyways, tie this together, but dog dewormer, Fenbin, okay? And because there is a company, and this is all up on our website, there is a company in Germany who study parasites and worms, and then they brought in the sea stuff and compared it, and it looked exactly the same. So it is the little wigglies, and it is fungus, and it is...
The little wigglies.
Yeah, the wigglies. I swear. I hate that we just can't speak absolute truth on these things.
Yeah.
Oh, kid's gonna look for something. There we go.
Nope. Nope. Nope.
Yeah. Pancur. That's it.
Oh.
Those are things that they could take too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so take a look at that. Take a snapshot. And that is up on the website too.
The words you can't see on TV. Well, those are the things I was taking. So that should help you out as well. Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm so glad that I could do these pictures now.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, that's awesome. Ooh, my stomach growled.
Yeah, we haven't eaten, have we?
Nope, not yet. Ah. All right. So, Tina, what I have for you is that you're going to die. No.
Do not tell her that.
What's going to happen is that there is going to be a loss within your experience, and this loss is going to help you to finally get out of those head games. Whatever games that has been playing with your head is finally going to come to an end. That's what I'm getting with this card. It has nothing to do with the physical, but it's more of the mental and spiritual aptitudes that is going to be falling away from your experience. And you got the 3 Witch Sisters card. And the 3 Witch Sisters card is all about the power of 3, meaning the Sister Fates. The Sister Fates has finally decided to get involved with what is happening within your experience to finally get you on the path of where you need to be able to deal with the strange encounters that are going to be coming into your experience. And what you need to do right now is tap more into your medicine man, medicine woman side of yourself and bring that healing back to you, zero pointing your energies, basically. Not like the, what do you call that? The going straight into herbs and all that, but that would be good. But what I'm saying is that you need to tap into the ancient ways of healing yourself with the spiritual spiritual. What is that word that I'm thinking of? I can't think of it. What's that word when you're not even paying attention?
I am. I'm just saying, what word? You can't think of the word, but
modalities. Thank you for your help.
Honey, I know I gift you all sorts of information and love.
So you need to tap more into the spiritual modalities of healing yourself at this moment and believe what is happening, because the strange encounters are going to help you to move forward. Now, you did get the 10 of Wands, and this 10 of Wands is too many tasks, overwhelmed, overworked, and burdened. So, that's why it kind of feels like you're at death's door, but it's more of something is going to come to an end with the head games because of how many tasks you've been doing, and you've been overwhelmed, overworked, and burdened, and it's going to be coming to an end very soon. What is that word? Oh. All right, so who's next?
Melody.
Melody.
And then Mayhem.
Oi. And remember, Tina, you are that timekeeper. So you can speed up and slow down that time-space continuum within your experience to help you move along faster as well. Remember? Timekeeper, time spinner. I remember. I remember a lot. All right, so Melody, it kind of feels like that there is one more card for Tina. The Tau Sessions. Resilient, bold, and sassy. Stay resilient. Be bold with what you truly desire, and with the manifestation, with harm to none, I am open and ready to receive. And be sassy about it. Type thing. So, Melody, what I have for you is that there is something new that's going to be coming into your experience. That's weird. These are basically saying the same thing. Strange and different. Love is strange, and everyone is a little different. You got two cards that are basically saying the same things. So, we are all mad here. Everyone is a little different. We are all mad here, and everyone is a little different. Keep in mind that there are going to be a few encounters that you're going to be coming into, or you have already experienced, and you have to remember that everybody is different. Not everybody heals the same. Not everybody does things the same. So when you love somebody, you need to love strangely. Because love can come in all sorts of different aspects, in different ways. And love is strange, but never stand in it. Because when you stand in love, that means that when you step out to step into authenticity, you are stepping out of love. So instead of stepping into love, you step through love. And that's what you need to say for yourself. I step through love to get into the authenticity of myself. Because when you step into love, you then have to step out of it, and you don't want to have that feeling that you're going to lose it. So if you step through it, you're enveloping yourself with it. Because when you step out of it, you're stepping like you're leaving that room that has it. But if you envelop yourself with it by stepping through it, it allows you to hold that energy loud and clear. So you're not losing it, but you're gaining something while stepping into the authenticity energy of thyself. Now, you got the arts card, meaning that you have to do this in many different ways. You can express it, you can express it in many different ways, is what this arts card is saying. Express it in all ways, not just one. And your guides, they are the grays. No. It's not the grays, but the guides are saying that be very conscientious of the beings that are around you, because a lot of them are organized and intimidating. What is this word?
Utilitarian.
I don't think I've ever come across that word, so I do not understand it.
I don't know that I could explain it. Just a minute, I'll look it up.
Is it the same thing as utilizing? Maybe understanding? But you guys are saying be very careful of the energies that certain beings like the Greys and the Reptilians give off, because their energies can disharmonize where you are with yourself, and it could be very intimidating to be in that energy space.
Designed to be useful or practical rather than attractive.
Designed to be useful or practical.
A shovel
So-
is utilitarian.
So basically, what they're saying is that it can come across as useful and practical when in actuality it's not.
Isn't that the truth? That's the same as the other reading, which was talking about the mask, Diane's reading.
So be very careful of who you let into your experience, Melody, at this moment, because right now you are on the path of loving strangely in a good way. Meaning that you're loving everybody differently. And you are bringing something new into your experience. So the other beings are coming in. If it looks organized and unintimidating, but then you have that little bit of a twinge about that energy, it looks utilitarian. But you have that twinge, get rid of it. Because it's not made for you. It's a warning sign. So I guess they're doing the microscopic testing with her. Because she's most likely very precise with who she is and what she does. Mm-hmm. Does that sound about right? You're very precise with what you do? Everything? All right.
Incredible talent to be able to be precise.
Mm-hmm. All right, so...
Mayhem.
My last reading.
Melody says yes.
So, they're testing your precision. It's what they're saying. So, instead of looking at things through a magnifying glass, you have to be the scientist and look at it in a the telescope, the microscope. Telescope. Oh yeah, look at the stars. Look at the smaller picture, the smaller details, not the bigger picture at this moment. The bigger pictures is for the manifestation, the smaller pictures is for the details, and that's where you're being tested the most at this moment for you, is what they're saying. Ooh, that was a good reading. Mm-hmm. Jesus Christ, and everyone can learn from that right there. The utilitarian.
Yes, and it's here on YouTube. You heard it here first.
5 years alone, I'm very careful.
So you can always come back and rewatch any of your readings. Mm-hmm.
So, Melody, this is, just remember, this is just a test. It is not something that you are ever going to fail, even when it's not a test. It's just showing you where your limits are. So if something doesn't go the way it was planned, do not take it to heart. Just know that there are better opportunities out there. Just remember that.
Okay, so this will be our last reading, and then we're going to go and soothe our grumbly tummies with some food.
Now,
In preparation for something big, Melody. And you too, Tina. Yep. It's more like, look at the testing more like schooling, training. Yes. Oh.
Well, like I said in the very beginning, the reason why I went through my cancer journey is because I manifested it. And I didn't mean to manifest it because when I was doing my manifestation, I did not know and it didn't come to my mind. And it was shown to me later because I had to go through it at that moment. But what I missed was, with harm to none, I am open and ready to receive any type of manifestation. And you need to say that. It's very important to say that. With harm to none. With harm to none, with harm to none, with harm to none. Because when you are saying with harm to none, you are putting yourself in the spotlight of not harming yourself nor others with anything that you truly desire. So, you have the Tower card. And this card is about sudden upheaval, broken pride, disaster, and renovation. Now, what I'm getting is that, yes, you're going to have a big renovation, especially with this journey that you're going through. Mayhem said that it was the mother. Mm-hmm. I feel that everything's going to work out, but just get your mother prepared for it. A lot of juicing, eating high energy foods, getting yourself ready. But remember, while you're going through this, you need to abolish not just all separatism, but you need to abolish all promises, swears, and vows. Because promises, swears, and vows all create contracts that cannot be abolished because you have signed it with not just your signature, but another being's signature, which means that you need both parties' consent to abolish that contract. And when you create those contracts through promises, vows, and swears, it's really difficult to get rid of those contracts. Never go into that energy of a moment of regret.
333.
The moment of regret. And this card's all about the nostalgia, idolizing the past, fearing you made a mistake. Meaning, do not fear any type of mistakes because there never has been and never will be a mistake. Just keep pushing forward and keep moving where you're going. And I feel that you and your mother are going to get through this with flying colors. You just have to keep that high vibrating mindset that with harm to none, I am healing my mother. With harm to none, I'm bringing healing in all ways.
Also, be very aware of anyone who wants to send healing, because we found out through that time that Kidd was the shadow healer, right? I'm a light healer. He's a shadow healer. And remember the crystalline tree that the end came in place, the seed here, and then it grew? Mine is crystal and light, and his is dark.
What's funny is that when she saw hers grow up that way, mine grew down, and it was like the shadow of a tree. No leaves, no nothing, it just looked like a dark root system. But that right there was my tree that I was able to tap into. And there are some people out there that have the ability to tap into both shadow Shadow is not evil. Shadow is just shadow. It means that if you go outside during the day and you look at all these shadows, you look at your own shadow, what do you see? You see perfection. You don't see the blemishes. You don't see yourself. You don't see anything but perfection in that shadow. And that is what shadow is all about. Revealing the perfection, having the stability, being grounded in yourself. When light brings the revealing, it brings the healing, it brings the power of all that is. When shadow is the stability, it's the grounding, it's the knowledge. And with this card reading, everything and what you're going through, you're going to be learning how to start from scratch again. Meaning that this Cancer journey is going to help you guys to start from scratch, because that's what basically happened to us. We started from scratch. Mm-hmm. We had to have that major reset, and we've been asking for that major reset, but we weren't using with harm to none.
Mm-hmm. That's huge.
It is huge.
So yeah, be consciously aware of anyone who wants to send you healing energies. And if it doesn't feel right, just block it. You and your mother, how do I want to phrase this? You know when you walk into a buffet, you're not just going to take everything and slop it on your plate. You're going to be specific with what you want to get filled up on, right? Maybe it's lobster, maybe it's prime rib, maybe it's all vegetables and grains, but you're going to be specific. Do that with the healing that people offer also. Sit with it for a moment and really feel if it's right. You don't need everybody up under your armpits trying to help. You don't. You and your mother got this. You got a whole spiritual team.
If they just send you healing without asking, cancel it out. You do not want that. But if somebody asks, and that very first emotion that you feel, be very conscientious about the emotion, because that emotion will be this warning sign or the show sign of where that person stands. Now remember, it can be a split-second emotion. So as soon as they ask that, be very conscientious of the emotion that pops up first, because that is going to be the warning sign of either yes, allow that person, or no. For instance, if you get a sense of, for a second, no, cancel it out. If you get that, oh yes, for just a split second, then yes, go for it. But do not allow people to just send energy.
You know, I was talking to my mentor, and I asked her about people sending her healing, and she said she doesn't ever ask for it. And I said, why? And she said, because she and her team got this. And I gave that some really deep thought. I mean, isn't that deep? Isn't that deep? It's deep. And it's new, because we were taught in church, pray for each other, right? We're all one, pray for each other. But honey, we're not at a place yet where we are without the evil. So, guard yourself and your family.
Not only that, but remember, since the eclipse, we have went from being babies to miniature adults.
Miniature.
Meaning that they have taken off our training wheels.
We're like little Ewoks.
And we're walking a tightrope with no protection net. So if you fall, good luck, bitch. You fall, you fall. Nobody's there to catch you, honey. So you are going full bore now. Nobody's there to catch you. Nobody is there to hold you the wheel hand to cross the street. You got to make your own choices now. There is... how do you say that? There is no... Not fondling, but... somebody like always like, oh my god.
Touchy feelies. When I have got a cat that likes to smother me with love, and I literally feel smothered.
So you got your guides are giving you the card Earth Element, and this one's all about survival, adaptable, and reliable. You need to have that reliable energy with you at all times. Be that the reliable energy for yourself, but also be adaptable to the different situations that are going to be coming into your experience, and get out of that survival mode. Get out of that survival mindset. You are no longer surviving. You are thriving. You are living. You are here moving forward. You are no longer surviving. And just remember, nobody is going to that's the word I was looking for. Pamper you anymore, because you are no longer a little child. You are a miniature adult in this spiritual reality, which means you need to start taking care of yourself.
When we are surviving, does that have to do with fear?
A lot of it has to do with fear. A lot of it has to deal with also self-worth too. Because if you don't feel worthy, then you're not asking for help.
Yeah, so Mayhem, damn it, feel good about yourself. We feel good about you. We love you.
But they've already made that choice by asking for a card reading.
For asking for what?
The getting out of that survival mode by thriving, because they're feeling worthwhile enough to be able to ask for a card reading. So beautiful. Kudos to you! Yay!
So just want to let you guys know that we are back doing sessions, and we don't charge. We do accept love offerings and appreciate them.
And during those sessions, we go and find those lost soul fragments that you have just freely given away to anybody and everybody. And that also includes myself doing that too. I'm not saying that I'm perfect, but I am saying that, yes, I do lose my soul fragments too. So whenever you start having those conversations with people and you start having those emotional attachments, that means that you are giving your soul fragment to that person or to that thing. So I cancel all soul contracts. I cancel all soul contracts when you start feeling that you are emotionally attaching to something.
And you know what? I've been starting to recognize that certain things are stealing my energy. And that can be anything from food to people.
From food to people. Give me your energy.
Right? Well, thank you. Go get your own.
Oh.
Of course, Tanika. Of course.
All of the card readings were amazing today. Wow.
We don't hold anything back. We share everything that we're taught.
Well, that's what authenticity is all about. And that's another reason why that I don't just sit here and just throw things out. If I don't know, I'm going to ask you, like, what do you get from this? Oh, what do you get from that? I'm not going to go... Food to people.
Right?
All right, you guys.
I was just somebody's lunch. Just took my energy. They stole it.
The energy vampires.
Oh, we love you too. Hey, you know what? So here's another thing. We were walking through Fred Meyer's.
Love you too, Tina.
And I stopped because I saw pretzels. And Kidd's like, nope, not interested. And I looked at the ingredients. It was pure. And I said, Kidd, look at these ingredients. And he goes, oh, yeah, well, okay, I'll try one. Well, we should have listened to what he first said. Because I ate that pretzel, and I could feel it stealing my energy. You asked me if I thought it was cursed. I said, would it surprise you if it was? You go, nope, wouldn't. I said, it may have been.
Well, think about it. People on TikTok that I've come across at least 10 different TikToks of different people all throwing away their Bed and Body Works stuff. Anything that they got from Bed and Body Works. Because they've realized and they've noticed that every single piece that they bought from there was cursed.
Oh my gosh, I didn't know
Blessed
that.
upon by the dark witches. To curse you. So they've been throwing it all out. And they said, ever since that we threw them out and we got rid of them, we're feeling better.
So what was it that I was eating that one day that I felt the explosion of nanos? What was that? Was that was going out? Oh, we went to Red Robin.
Red Robin's.
And we ordered just snacks. I had iced tea, and we ordered a stack of onion rings and
The chips and salsa with the guacamole.
yeah. So I have no idea which of those things it was.
All of them.
But I came home and I was not feeling well at all. I could feel something in my stomach. And it woke me up after a couple of hours. And I not only felt it, I heard them talking with each other. There was, and the team was showing me, there was this explosion of nanos in my body. And they said, get up and go take some mud. Mud is a combination of psyllium husk, activated charcoal, and food-grade bentonite clay. And I took that with some lemon juice, water, and
Stevia for a little bit of a taste.
Yeah.
So you don't it tastes like mud.
That really helped a lot. So really become aware of everything that you do. Kidd and I were thinking yesterday, well, what should we do? Where should we go? Do we want to go out to eat? It was hot. It's just him and I right now. And I pulled up the maps and I was looking at restaurants and I said, I don't know, Kidd. He goes, nothing looks appetizing. I said, no, nothing does. And you probably are experiencing the same thing, guys. No. It's all part of the ascension we're going through.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We rise and thrive together.
So there was a few sayings throughout this whole live. I would suggest to go back and listen to it all because not only, oh, by the way, Baha, love you too, and Stacy, love you too. There's some of the sayings that is very important to keep on saying. The manifestation tool, the contract tool, the vows, promises, and swears, and getting rid of those. Everything is very important to keep your energy stabilized and moving to the next, you could say, target or to the next destination. Our destination is never going to end. Even when we leave these meat suits, it's never going to end. We are going to be in constant motion, constant movement. And the more that we learn here as we move forward, the stronger we're going to get when we leave these meat suits.
Meat suits.
Which I really doubt we're going to be leaving anytime soon. Because with everything that's happening, a lot of us are going to be moving forward into the new earth with these meat suits in perfection form, is what I'm feeling. And what's funny is that what I'm seeing is that the people that have moved on to the next plane of existence before us, the reason why that they moved on is because they were next on the list to move forward when the other people moved higher from that. So they went from 3D to 4D, and the people in 4D went to 5D type thing. So when they move, somebody else from this 3D reality moves up to that 4D reality.
It's just like graduating class. Everyone moves up to the new grade.
And what's funny is that 3D is going to be completely abolished.
Oh, it has to be.
So what's going to happen is that we are slowly transitioning into the 4D. Some are moving sooner than others, but they're completely going to take down the 3D reality. There is going to be no redoing this earth in 3D reality form. It's going to be a 4D reality form that everyone's going to go back into. And then they're going to abolish the 4D and go into 5D. It's just abolishing all of those. We've already did the 1D and 2D, which is why they don't exist. Think about it. 1D and 2D do not exist. Why? Because we moved from 1D to 2D, and now we're in 3D, and now we're getting ready to move into 4D, and 3D is going to be completely abolished and gotten rid of. It's like moving up a tower, and then that whole level just completely just shatters and disappears. So Foley says, Candy, interesting you said that about food stealing your energy. It made something click for me from the other day. Thank you. And Baha says, I have heard that the higher vibration needs us to get our vibrations up, kind of like bringing us up so we can help them get higher, like you were saying. Exactly.
What happened, Foley? I'd like to know.
What happened, Vi?
What?
You said F-E-I, F-E-Y.
Faye? Yeah.
What happened, Vi?
My keyboard went belly up.
So
moving up.
That's really interesting about the dimensions. Now, the stars have already revealed that was happening, just in a different form. When we move higher in the dimensions, the lower frequencies just start getting knocked off, knocked away. But that makes perfect sense with the 1D and 2D, how 1D and 2D do not exist whatsoever. And soon 3D is not going to exist whatsoever either.
Not even on other worlds?
Nope. Everything goes together. Where we go one, we go all.
Look at this, you guys. Aren't we so, I don't want to say blessed, but something positive and wonderful besides that word, to have his channeling from the stars is so wonderful. Earlier today, he's going through the ascension like I am, and he's like, I said, do you want to talk? He goes, about what? I said, I don't know. He says, I don't know either. He goes, oh, my brain is not braining, it's not working. And I said, welcome to Ascension. And I said, but you know what? When the stars channel, you don't have an issue. The stars just go right through.
That's when you know I'm channeling, is when I don't stutter.
Yep. And did you see how fast you responded, or the stars responded, when I said there will not be any 3D on any planet? You said, nope. How was that?
There was something. Oh, yes. What we talked about last night. So what's funny is that, you know how Baron is finally coming out of the woodworks, right?
What is?
Baron?
Oh, Baron, yes.
Oh,
he is out in the news
Baron.
like crazy.
I'm just saying the first name. We all know who Baron T is. So he's coming out of the woodworks, which means that the king has finally been placed on the board. So if we're talking about 5D chess, you guys, Mr. T is the queen. He went out and just abolished the other side. And that's what the queen does. Now, the king controls the board. That's Baron. Think about it. Now, he's finally coming to play on the chess game, which means that he's starting to move, which means the castle is also going to start moving too. And what the stars showed me is that, yes, Mr. T is the queen and Baron is the king, but who is the castle? Because if you think about it, when you get into the right spots, the king and the castle can switch spots, which means that they take each other's places. Which means that if Baron goes for presidency and then quickly swips out with the castle, guess who's going to take that seat? What the stars were showing me is that the castle is JFK Jr. So when Baron is going to go for the presidency, flip, there goes JFK Jr. right in this spot. He's going to be the president, most likely, is what I'm feeling.
There was something else that the stars revealed that was so interesting. I can't remember it. But we'll have more of these deep talks.
Yeah, we will.
This has been fun. Foley says, was at a friend's house and eating something I never eat that I brought into a friend's house. I got sucker punched with exhaustion, and she had an episode seemingly out of nowhere, so we thought Cheetos.
Cheetos!
Boy, that's plastic.
Yeah, it is.
And I love Cheetos.
I love
And all the cheese you get to lick off your fingers, right?
the spicy ones for me.
Oh, those are good too. But they're plastic. They absolutely are there to destroy our insides.
Well, it's also...
Bravo, Foley.
Yeah.
Bravo that you guys both recognize that. That is like top hat. Amazing. Good job.
Awesome.
Yeah, good job. All right, well, if we haven't had enough kudos, we'll do some more. And we'll come back for more next week on Wednesday. Don't forget, we're going live every Wednesday to about 2 o'clock, right?
About 2 or 2:30, yep.
Okay.
But 2 o'clock is what I'm aiming for. Yes.
So you've been so much fun. We would love it if you came back and send out invites and shared and let people know. Yeah, because a lot of people have lost touch with us because we were absent for so long. And we apologize for that. We just could not hack being live with all the emotions that were just the onslaught as we were going through all of that. Foley says we grabbed our stones for protection and combined our energy to get through it. You helped understand what happened. Thank you. Beautiful.
A good stone to help you with the detoxifying and protecting your cells would be Riverstone. Riverstone Jasper. Now those help to detoxify your blood and purify your blood. And it also draws out a lot of the metals and stuff like that too. So
And
that would be
he makes those. Those are beautiful. Sometimes we'll meet somebody and he'll sense a need and he'll just give up one of his bracelets to them. One of the cashiers at Fred Meyer's, we were walking out and she goes, "I still wear your bracelet." It was so beautiful. Such a big heart. Oh, we love you guys. Okay, let's go and
love you guys.
take care
I'm
of
gonna go
ourselves.
eat.
Yes.
Me starving.
Love you.
Cha-la-la.